this has got to do with concerns over the fuel switch glitch. Sources are indicating that there was no fault in fuel switches that has been found so far. This in connection with the investigations into the crash of AI-171. Air India Boeing inspection has now been fast-tracked is what we're learning. Checks on 50% of Boeing Dreamliners have been completed. All Boeing 737s have been checked for possible fuel switch glitch. No fault in the fuel switches found so far. Aviation watchdogs July 21st deadline is now looming. Mystery fuel switch flip perhaps behind this crash. Air India Boeing inspection, which has been ongoing for the fuel safety switch glitch, is now being looked at, given that the conversations that have been recorded between the pilots, the two pilots before the plane crashed, spoke volumes of how there could be an error in the fuel switch. There could be a possible glitch there, and that's the reason why all Boeings are being checked for possible fuel switch glitch. I'm going to go across to Amit for more. Sources now indicating, Amit, that there is no fault in fuel switches that have been found so far. Talk to us about the investigations.
Well, Sneha, what we are given to understand through our sources that Air India ordered the inspection of its fuel cutoff switches on Saturday itself. That is the day when the AAID report had come out, and it primarily focused as to how the transition of the fuel control switches led to the accident of AI-171, and how immediately after the takeoff, the fuel control switches transitioned from the position of run to cutoff, and even in the last seconds of, before calling Mayday, the pilots were trying to relight the engine by transitioning back these switches from cutoff to run position. So the very day when the AAIB report focused on this particular aspect, the Air India group, which is Air India as well as Air India Express, ordered inspection of the FCS for its Boeing 787, which is the Boeing Dreamliner, which is the fleet with Air India, as well as Boeing 737 fleet, which is with the Air India Express. So inspection of the fuel control switches have been already ordered. What we are given to understand that 50% of the Boeing 787 has already gone through this inspection. On the other side, nearly 100% of the 737 fleet of Air India Express has gone through this particular inspection. Now, it is to be noted that it was yesterday when the DGCA, which is the Compliance Authority of India, Civil Aviation Compliance Authority of India, it had ordered to all the operators whose crafts are registered, Boeing crafts are registered in India, to ensure that safety checks, inspections of these fuel cutoff switches or fuel control switches are to be completed, and the deadline for this entire exercise has been set by the DGCA as July 21st. So Air India began that process on the day when the AAIB report had come out, and yesterday a formal order by the DGCA has been also issued in this particular aspect. Back to you.
Amit Bhardwaj getting us up to speed with those details. I'm going to leave it at that for the moment.